We're going to the Nene Valley Steam Railway today for a ride on the train, which is about 7 miles in each direction. Now I did try and put the GoPro up, but it's quite wet, and unfortunately the little sucker cup wouldn't stick, so I left that.
The sucker cup wouldn't suck?
No, the sucker cup wouldn't stick, but never mind. The weather says that by the time we get there it should just be cloudy rather than rainy, which is nice. We've reached the M25 and I think in a bit we end up, or we'll go north on the M1 and then across country to the A1 on a bit of road that I think goes past Bedford, which we've never done before. The new Cougar is a very good car. However, it's not the most fuel efficient car in the world, and at the moment David is playing a game whereby he's trying to get it up to 40 miles per gallon average. At the moment it's in the 39 point somethings.
40! Yay!
We made a rest stop on the M1 at some services. Not bad services, they were quite nice, clean and all the rest of it. But they had 4 Costas, which seems an awful lot of Costa coffees for just one side of the motorway as well. Anyway, nice coffee, as always, can't really say much about that. But then I had a cheese and mushroom toast melt, which sounded nice when I saw it on the shelf. But then it was alright, just not amazing. And David had toast, which probably was nicer than what I had.
It was very toasty.
In 7/10 of a mile turn.
I did look on the railway website to see, because it's got several stations. The train goes to one end of the line, then turns round, and at that end of the line there's not really anything worth getting out for. The main station where all of the railway stuff is of the line is where we're going to get on the train in the first place. But when it gets to actual Peterborough, there's not really all that much around the station, although we could, I think we have the day rover type of ticket, but I don't know if Peterborough is really that interesting for an hour and a half or 2 hours for where it would be. So I think we'll see when we get there. MPG has gone up, the camera still, 40.4. Gone up again.
You have arrived at your destination.
Alright, okay.
Over.
Yeah, and then... Well, here we are, Nene Valley Railway. One end of it anyway. And it's all very old-fashioned and nice looking actually. We're waiting for the 11:45 train into, well, up one way and then back the other. But anyway, I quite like the fact that there's a real sort of mix of old trains here, including an old diesel locomotive as well, so they've got quite a collection. So right, I think what happens is that it goes through that tunnel over there and down to one end of the line and comes back through here, obviously, past that rather charming diesel car over there, and this station, I think we need to be over there to get the train, maybe wrong about that, and then on that way to Peterborough. I just heard a distant peep of a whistle, so I guess that means the train is coming, although interesting, there isn't actually anything that says what platform it leaves from, so I'm guessing it's the other side. train came, and here we are. I really like these old carriages, not just because the seats are very soft and comfortable. I wish all trains were like this. But because it has radiators and lots of really old, really kind of nice fixtures and fittings and the rest of it. And just up there's a buffet car, proper old-fashioned buffet car, yeah, it's like it's just like sitting in an armchair at home, only with a view going past the window.
Thank you. Have you got the other one? Have you got one with how much it is?
That's all they gave.
Is that all they gave you? That's
Because
okay.
we did it through one of those battery companies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. First stop is Yarwell Junction. There's not a lot here, but it's quite nice. There is a little building behind me though. I think it's just a waiting room. But there might be a ticket office in there as well. And here, if I am right, and I think I am, the locomotive will have to come back down the other side of the train because the track goes no further. And here she comes. back the other way to the station we started from. And on to Peterborough, basically. I love all the steam hanging in the tunnel. Wish I could capture the smell of it, but I can't. But if I could, it smells really nice. Sound they make. There's just something very kind of nostalgic about that. Standing here with my head out the window, it's great fun. My little pins of soot are going in my eyes. That's all part of the experience, I love it. That big old cloud of steam. this, I believe, is Orton Mere Station. Making enough noise, isn't it? Take that back, it's Ferry Meadows. That would make the next one Orton Mere, and then the last one is Peterborough, the terminus. I mean, this goes back to where it started from. And the last one is Peterborough. and then we're at the other end of the line. I rather enjoyed that actually. It's kind of difficult to capture on film, some of it, because it's like you get the sensation of wind rushing into your face, being buried in a cloud of steam and all that wonderful stuff that I really like. But the noise is what makes it so, for me, I really like the noise of railways. And that was like one of the best noise railways that I've been on for a while, because you don't want to get on modern trains, unfortunately. But you do on these. Reverse around again. The locomotive just made me jump. I thought I should have filmed it. The camera would have gone up and down quite quickly. It went on its whistle, and I didn't expect it to be quite as loud as it was, and neither did some of the people around me. That was brilliant. Just while it's doing that, I've just noticed, I only just saw it, we're right next to the actual proper mainline railway station, and there are all the sort of nice modern electric trains, all sitting in their sidings, totally quiet. And then background here, there's our train making a load of noise. Much more impressive, I think. And here she comes. Or here it comes, I should say. For me, riding the Nene Valley Railway was a magical experience. Standing on the platform with a cloud of steam approaching, I couldn't wait to see what the train would look like. When it came racing around the curve into Wansford, that was a sight I will remember for a long time. Climbing aboard was like stepping into the past, and I was impressed by the big springy seats and shiny old wood. Why can't all trains be this comfy? Going along, as I leant out of the window, the noise of the carriages rattling along made me smile, and I loved the sensation of wind-blown steam in my face. I thought it was great when the train got waved at by children watching it go by. I felt I just had to wave back. That really made me feel part of the experience. At Peterborough, I got up close to the locomotive and was in awe of it. What a beautiful machine. Compared to the modern trains in the yard next door, these old locomotives will always win for me. One day, I would love to have a go at driving one. As I watched the loco head back to the front of the train, I admit I got a bit emotional, but I couldn't help laughing when the whistle made me jump. All in all, I thought it was a fantastic day, and I was sad when the journey ended. So, thank you, Nene Valley Railway, for a wonderful day out, and thank you, Righty, for the gift. If you like this video, click the like button below, and to be notified of new videos, don't forget to subscribe.